Hello students, welcome back. So finally, now today I am on the last topic of this very basic computer networking series, and in continuation to the previous chapter, today I'm going to explain about these four important network devices, and these are bridge, router, firewall, and Wi-Fi access point. So when we talk about bridge, it is a network device that used to connect different local area networks which are operating on data link layer, and the bridges basically has MAC table. Based on MAC table they forward the traffic. So the way we learnt about simple switches in previous chapter, or even we talked about hub, it is also operating based on the MAC table. However, but the difference, if you want to differentiate between a hub and bridge, then if you remember in my previous chapter, hub allow various devices to communicate to each other. So that means you can have two, three, or four devices connected to each other, and then you can have the communication. However, bridge is not like that, but it actually help to connect two different local area networks to each other, which are working on same protocol. So that means it actually help to have the data traveling between two networks, and it has two ports. So one is incoming and one is outgoing. If we talk about router is a network device that operates on network layer, that is layer 3. If you remember OSI reference model that I had explained in my previous chapters, so it operates on layer 3, and as the name suggests, route. So it helps to route traffic between the networks which are globally connected to each other. So that means, let's say we have one network maybe in one city, another one is in another city, and we want to connect those two networks over the internet. Then the device that we need is router. Since it operates on network layer, so we can say that it helps to connect two or more IP networks to each other. So it's not necessarily that we are connecting remote networks. Even we can have local IP networks. Let's say we have VLANs. We have two VLANs. So in order to have communication between those two VLAN, we need routing there. Either we need router or we need routing enabled switches, which are layer 3 switches. However, layer 3 switches I'm not covering here because otherwise it will be too much for you to learn. But if you have listened to this whole series carefully, then maybe my next chapters that will be more focused on layer 3 devices will be helpful to understand. But for now, what we can say is that routers help to connect two or more IP networks to each other, and it has both WAN and LAN interfaces. So router contains two type of interface: WAN interface that connects to internet, and LAN interface that connect to the local network. Then we have Wi-Fi access point. I think everyone, I'm sure, is using Wi-Fi these days, and Wi-Fi is an electronic device that help to connect your mobile devices, like be it your mobile, be it your laptop, with Wi-Fi connection. So it help all those mobile devices which are wireless capable. It help to connect to the physical net. I will just demonstrate in a running diagram in the next slide. And then the last one in the list is firewall. It is a network security device that help to stop and control the unauthorized access to the network. It can be physical or a software based appliance, and basically firewall is used to define some security rules, and based on those security rules it can inspect and filter the traffic. So now I will just demonstrate this using the diagram. So I have created one diagram. First, let's take a look here. So you see here the hub that is connecting here these two computers to each other. Same way we have another network where two computers are connected using the hub. Now if we want to have connection between these two different local area networks, these two LANs which are built using this hub, then we use a bridge. So you see here bridge. So bridge is actually helping to connect two networks to each other, and it has one internal incoming and one outgoing interface. So from here it is coming here, and then it is going towards the other hub in the network. So this is what is the function of a bridge. And if you see here, we have these Wi-Fi access points. So these Wi-Fi access points are connected to the physical port. So that means further our devices, their Wi-Fi devices are connecting to the Wi-Fi access points, but further Wi-Fi access point is connected to the physical medium. So Wi-Fi access point help to connect our Wi-Fi devices to the physical network. This is what is the benefit of a Wi-Fi access point. Now, the next one we talk about now is router. and the firewall. So you see here we have three local area networks which are connected to each other, and you even see we have deployed firewall. So that means these are different local area networks which are connected using routers or firewalls, and then they are connected to each other. And this router you see here, which is actually just next before the internet gateway, so this is internet facing router, and this router has this WAN link and it has a LAN link you see here. So it is helping to connect these three local area network. Maybe let's say these are in one of the office building, and it is enabling it to connect to one remote office somewhere remotely in another city, or even globally in different country via internet. So we call this as WAN, wide area network. So this is happening because of this router. So router help to have routing based on the IP tables. So that's why we call it layer 3 device. And then you also see we are using firewall here. So firewalls are here for the protection of your networks. So like we can define here rules that okay, certain type of traffic should pass through based on IPs and others should be dropped. So that is what is done by firewall. So firewall is a security layer. So it is actually a protection layer, protection wall between our network and the internet. So this was just a brief overview about these important networking devices that I have covered here. And by this I am now concluding this whole computer networking series. However, the next chapter I will be giving a just brief quick recap what I have taught throughout these different chapters, and I really encourage you, all of you, please listen to all these different topics so that you have basic understanding about the computer networking and various terminology, and that will help you to get started with the more complex and important topics that I will be covering in my coming video tutorials. If you like my video tutorials, please do like, subscribe and share my video channel. Thank you very much.